We'll see. Game 3. Coach Long already calling the shots.
Remember, Vici Gaming, many game 3s, but also many losses in game 3. It's also about breaking a semi-curse that's built up in spring as we finally head on in. And once again, you got to have a look at what's been banned by Vici.
That is a Taliyah ban.
Yes.
That is a Taliyah ban. We've been seeing more Taliyah mid lanes and jungles, but the fact that we've been seeing them take it away from Ian kind of showcases, seeing what Ian's been playing in solo queue, recognizing that this team is one that actually wants to get them out of the mid lane and moving to the side lane pretty quickly. And that has been a great way for Vici Gaming to get out of their early game slump. Remember, Yodang, when I say slump, I mean when they get their leads, how they break it out. How do they be able to take down bot lane turret with how XX has always been in your face? And really, Taliyah is the answer to that. So nice to be able to see Top Esports say, we'll just take that out of the play.
Meaning they have to go in a different direction. I just like that Vici Gaming are haunted by the Camille that has been banned away again in this first phase. And this time, noted on the blue side, that Vici Gaming, they finally get the Nico in game 3.
Yeah, I want to see where the Nico ends up going between mid lane and top lane, because she kind of has the same identity as a Taliyah in the mid lane. Has great shove, wants to be able to roam out and be able to help the bottom side of the map. Her ultimate is such great AoE, engage, and CC, and just damage across the board when she goes AP. So Chalitza's, you talked to me about it. I agree. Chalitza is the Nico type. He's the player that goes, if we're talking about carry top lane, press the attack top lane with Chalitza is the way to go. But I would love to see a mid lane here for Ian.
Let's find out, because you've already got the chase locked in, and Top Esports got their pick of the litter with flexes, even hovering over the Sylas, which is still open and available. But Vici Gaming, is it just going to be the Xayah Rakan in game 3 to fix up what tried to happen in game 1?
They got that kill. Remember how strong it was in game 1, being able to get the solo kill on Loken. So going back to what they had and tried and true. And remember, Top Esports only have one pick before they go into the second phase here. So if they don't get the Morgana now, Vici Gaming is going to ban it.
I love how in the LPL, bottom lane priority is quite rare to see. We'll see the Sivir here and there, which is usually banned out by the second phase. But Vici Gaming constantly blue side, Xayah Rakan in this 9.10 meta.
All right, hands up. Hands up in the air, Top Esports. We're taking that Morgana with us. You're not utilizing it at all. Okay. It's been confiscated.
It does mean we'll probably see something like the maybe Nautilus gone again, depending on what direction they want to go as well.
I think the Nautilus would be actually I would agree. I think Nautilus and Lucian would be the picks that you would love to see from Top Esports as a response to the Xayah Rakan. That is, of course, if the Morgana gets banned. But remember, that's a stick up. I don't know why they're debating this here. Long was really just saying something. He's like, just ban it. Ban the damn Morgana.
Well, that was a sour face as well. It's the Lux.
That seems like they've been scarred by the Lux, or have they just been seeing how much damage it did to Invictus Gaming?
That was a pain. So you're not going to see the Lux, which means we could be going down the barrel of the Game 1 bans and looking at something like the Yuumi.
I wonder, though. I think Yuumi, you're right, though, right? Yuumi and Morgana have always been, at this point in this series, that's been the debate between two of those, and you'd much rather ban out the Yuumi, especially with how effective it was in the last game. Vici Gaming, knowing how strong it helped them, definitely want to take it away from Top Esports, so you're starting to sway me. Ooh. Nautilus. Okay.
So none of the two. That means Ben just got his pick.
Yeah. We're just going to probably go back to the same pick Top Esports had in game 1. They'll be pretty damn confident about it, so I think they'll just start out pretty confidently with the Morgana support. Oh. All right, go for it. Lock it in. Might be even better knowing you have a Jace there, too.
Yes.
So one great thing we've been seeing a little bit in solo queue has actually just been the Jace and Yuumi lane. Yuumi's just been combined a few times in high elo with Yasuo and all that. Jace is just the pretty prototypical shock blast. If you already have the slow from Yuumi is just so damn strong.
It really is.
And of course the adaptive damage increase. While you max it last, it is still an incredible addition to your damage if you're Jace. So that's something we should watch out for. I still think it's going to be a Jace. I'm thinking mid lane, because Knight is a fantastic Jace.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Raz, where's this going?
Oh my god, that got locked in.
Where's this going, Raz? Top or mid? I feel like top.
I think it's going mid.
Okay.
But we'll have to see with the jungle pick, because I still think Quinn is a fine jungler. If we're just going to talk about the strength of Quinn and why I think Quinn should go mid, Quinn is a great roaming champion.
Yes.
And has the same identity as Talia. Not so much the wave clear element, but so much like outward skirmish in the lane. And then just once you just start flying, start moving, the movement ability, just being able to roam to the bottom side of the map and start picking people off. That's an insane amount of damage and, of course, time being shed you have to deal with. So, Quinn and Sejuani, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know what Ian had been eating when he came into China, but Ian's been on that good stuff.
He's been bullied around in the series. He's sick of it.
So we'll still see here because remember, that Nico could still go mid. I want to see what matchup we're being paired into here.
Because Chalita loves Nico so much. It's been his pick ever since he returned to the LPL. But does he give this one over to Ian and take that Quinn to the top side? 20 seconds to find out. On another note, while we return to this, Ezreal was locked in, so we have a similar bottom lane, but let's find out where this pick's going.
Even if it is a Quinn mid lane, like putting yourself on a side lane later on in the game is 100% the positive way to go about it. Not swapping up either. It's going to be Quinn in the mid lane. Welcome, Ian, to Vici Gaming.
Welcome back to the LPL, really. This is a pick that we did not see coming. Vici Gaming pulling out the works here in game number 3.
At this point, they're just so damn frustrated about losing game 3s. Ian doesn't want to be any a part of this curse. He's saying, put this game in my own hands, damn it. I'm going to put this train on a new track.
And Raz, you mentioned the 2v2 with the Sejuani as well. There's a lot of potential because it is going to be the Jace in the mid lane, Silas to the top side. So rare that we also see the Jace mid. But let's see what shifts around when you finally see the Quinn.
I expected the Jace mid. I literally said it was going
to
be a Jace mid.
just double making sure everyone out there knows that it is finally going to be in the mid lane. You were right, Raz. That's what you want to hear because I know.
Give me a plaque.
You were right. And Jace in the mid lane up against
Put it
this
on my
Quinn.
desk.
Is this lethality Quinn? Like, what are we going to see out of this?
I expect it to be so. Yomu's Ghost Blade is something that I'm looking towards, and then you move towards more attack speed, either Static Shiv. We'll have to see when we get into the game. She is certainly an early game-focused type of champion. I'm interested in what that keystone's going to be. I expect Electrocute, but it could easily be Fleet Footwork. I want to see when we get into this game.
It's an interesting matchup for an interesting game number 3. We finally come to the end, and a way to finish it here for Vici Gaming as Quinn mid has been locked in for Ian. Of course you invade when there's a Quinn mid. You want her out, and you want her out fast, but Raz, I'm just taking a look at the keystone. It is Phase Rush.
Nice. Now, I'm going to say the most obvious thing in the world. I haven't seen a damn Quinn in a long time. I want to see this. So there's a lot I don't know about. So remember, we're all going to be learning this one out together, what items we're going to be seeing from Ian. It makes a lot of sense that we're seeing a Phase Rush. Now, one of the greatest things about Phase Rush is just the slow resist that comes with it, right? It's huge once you're able to proc it. Not only just the movement speed, if you end up getting ganked by, you know, a Gragas slow that comes through, there's a lot that from the enemy team, especially Yuumi slow. But of course, that one's at a range. You have to still be able to proc it, your Phase Rush to begin with. Then you're just able to escape a lot of gank situations. But this one's just to be able to be as sticky as possible. You get on top of a champion, you want to still be able to follow that one through. So XX following his lane here. Level 2 gank, a strong possibility.
Puff and Southwind reading the play, not showing themselves just yet. Yeah!
Auto it!
That's going to be a quick trade. Knight, oh my god.
Wow, he really just...
He took Electrocute to the party.
No, I'm just saying that auto attack was just so slow. Yeah. He just did not want to. But, you know, probably just misread his attack speed on that one. That's fair.
So we got vertical jungling set up here from Yodang. Does this influence the mid lane? It feels like it could try and get Ian ahead early.
My only concern here is that if we're just talking about who has the better laning phase, I would expect it to be the Jace, especially as you already mentioned, the Electrocute difference there. Is always the stronger laner, has so much outright damage to really utilize it. And Ian, if he throws out a Q, always wants to be able to get his Harrier procs to add more. But I mean, Jace, if you're trying to fish for Harrier procs versus Jace, you're going to just get blown away by his base statistics. So that's something that I think that he needs some help with by Yodang. We'll have to see if that's going to be a possibility.
It's going to be super hard for XX to stay anonymous in this jungle as well. Spotted out there by the W from Ian. Taking a closer look, of course, mana flow ban goes without saying, but you've got the adaptive damage coming through on tonight.
Yeah, absolute focus in Scorch. Scorch has just been a go-to for a lot of poke type of champions and heavy trading as well. It's actually the fact that it got a buff was the most helpful buff it could ever get.
Yeah.
Past that point, it felt really useless. So I'm pretty happy that we're seeing Scorch here. Mana flow ban just because he's poking pretty frequently in the lane. I don't actually foresee him getting out of the lane anytime soon. Just going to try and farm up as much as possible just because we already mentioned the fact that this was going to be a little harder for him.
Yep.
And he has the Biscuits. Biscuits are certainly going to help him in what's going to be a pretty easy farm out lane.
Yeah, very defensive there, going for the inspiration on the second instead of something like the precision or something else like the domination, as bottom lane getting quite frisky themselves. Loken and Naomi, aka Ben, just trying to survive at this lane so far. Haven't seen the Zyra Khan going into the Ezreal Yuumi much, but that's not where we'll be looking. We're looking into the mid lane. Ian is just deleted off the Summoner's Rift. First blood over tonight.
That's the saddest panda I've ever seen. You know, tried to flash out of that one to see if he can just get out of rank. Oh my god.
Almost had second blood in the bottom lane.
Yeah, this is a hell of a game. I love this from Puff and Southwind. So Loken and Yuumi, Ben at this point in time can't really do too much to get control of the lane. This is my major issue with Ezreal and Yuumi as a whole. While it is super strong, their major problem is just wave clear, right?
Yeah.
Yuumi doesn't provide that. Has to leave Ezreal a little bit. I mean, was able to get bop and block for the shield. But the biggest problem is, you know, wants to be able to auto-attack a little more, have some pressure in lane. Otherwise, this shove is going to be relentless. So at this point in time, I just expect Ben and Loken to be under tower for a good while.
Yodang is towards the bottom side as well. He's got the invader on the blue. The vertical jungling was kind of just ending there as well. Has a good angle on Loken and Ben in the bottom lane, but going to be spotted out as he drops the wall, while XX is towards the top side, towards Chalitza.
Here's something that I want people to know. Just even talking to support players, one thing they dislike about picking Yuumi, the only major issue with her, is that she is one of the worst weak side supports just because of the fact that she doesn't really do anything for her AD carry in dive protection.
Yeah.
So we're looking what Vici Gaming have for themselves. The Quinn, Yodang being on bot side, helping out Puff and Southwind that's consistently pushing out. We'll be able to get 6 at some point so Southwind can engage. This is nightmare fuel for Ben, who, you know, will not be able to protect Loken if that were able to come off. So, of course, has double sum still. Heal and exhaust will do a lot of good work for that one.
And it will.
But body blocking on Yuumi when you are the lowest HP champion, except for, like, let's say Kled, because, I mean, that's a bit cheating because Kled has Skarl.
Okay.
But incredibly low in HP, and we'll just die. She's paper.
You're not going to have the same good time that Southwind had last game. Yodang has made an appearance in the mid lane just to get the clear out, but the Arctic Assault needs to get out while Ian just follows that train of thought. Predator was procced there by XX, and he helps get the push out on the other side while Southwind goes into Loken and Ben and just trying to push this wave out further.
And how do you stop that? I mean, Southwind is on cooldown, it seems. It's just going in for these engages. At best, it's making it so Loken has to use his E defensively. I mean, picks out mana, and on top of that, he doesn't want to go for, like, offensive auto attacks or, you know, position aggressively for Qs when he doesn't have his E available. So that's great from Southwind, constantly putting it on cooldown.
He still has the flash and the ignite available, so there's kill pressure there as Yodang wants to get back to farming his own jungle, but XX started on this red buff. He knows exactly where it is, what health it is as well. Vision's there, but the bottom lane rotates first, and XX can't get a steal. Oh, man, that was too close for comfort.
Yeah, they knew XX was there, though. Nice trade, but okay,
oh my god, into Pop Blossom. Chalitza. He's going to lose a lot of health here, but not his life.
369, always trading back, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
And they're going aggro on the top lane, but it doesn't look like there's going to be any kills anytime soon, where Yodang is looking towards the bottom side. Hasn't been spotted out until now, but Vici Gaming can't get the push. They can't get the stun. Loken and Ben are out.
Any jungler, you know, just don't go bot lane. Zyra Khan on the left, Ezreal Yuumi to the right. At this point, what is even the point?
Yes.
Unless if you're trying to dive the Ezreal Yuumi.
Go mid.
Nice, interesting.
Because look what's happening here. Night! What a flash into Shock Blast. So well coordinated in the 1v1.
Ignited early on that one, too. Knew that he had it as long as the Shock Blast comes through. Nails it. Follows up with the flash auto.
Gonna get turret plating. XX can now roam freely through the top side jungle as mid laner's not there.
What's up?
Has a perfect positioning on the gank. Chalitza has to flash. Body slam comes in anyway. Explosive Cask is there. They just launch onto him and Chalitza doesn't have a chance in the world.
Man, they just turned on the ignition. Top Esports on the top side of the map just blasting Vici's Gaming solo laners. That's what you expected, and it's starting to pay off.
And unless this bottom lane starts moving, now there's trouble here for Vici Gaming. Pup and Southwind down in CS in the lane, still trying to push out Loken and Ben, but so much sustain still here. Vici Gaming on the clock, it seems, and XX might be on the deathbed as Yodang's found and the body slam goes into nothing. Permafrost, goodbye. That ult was overkill, but it doesn't matter. It's still a kill.
Didn't know if the auto attack, being able to use the E was going to have leak out.
Okay. Southwind, the final chapter. Send it out. Good blade caller there from Puff, but he has to burn the flash, heal, and Southwind has to use both his summoners.
Okay, back to the top lane fight. Sejuani didn't know if she had lethality on the kill. Didn't want XX to flash out of that one for free, so he's like, you know what, I haven't used this ultimate in some time. I'm going to get that kill no matter what.
It's a worthy trade. So suddenly, top Esports, their bottom lane is in just as good a position as well. They're going to be able to push this wave out. Ben is going to be able to roam up, clear some of that vision himself, but top Esports already 1,500 gold lead here at the 9-minute mark.
You know what I need to see? Yuumi and Misfortune, just for the ultimate, just coming across. That is legitimately how you get everyone in the game to just lose their focus, lose their mind in team fights. It's like, what is this actually killing me? What is happening? What am I looking at right now?
The combo I've been trying is Tristana and Yuumi.
Only because you're forced to.
Why? Because the person I play with only plays. Fair enough.
Yeah.
There are some good combos with Yuumi, but so far tonight we've seen the Ezreal twice now. It seems to be pretty good in this lane. For top Esports, since they've got control down there, I mentioned before, there's a 10-15 CS lead there for Knight, who has the Youmuu's Ghost Blade already on the Jace mid.
Ooh, feels bad for Yoda. I'm not going to be able to get a draft your camp on that one at the base. I mean, he's been in a pretty decent spot all game long. Hasn't been in a deficit at this point, and being able to pick up the top lane kill, so even losing Raptor Camp is not in a bad position by any means.
Have a Glacial Prison. Chalitza, that's a Pop Blossom down. It's nobody.
Ooh, that feels bad.
Yep. Oh, give a Cloud Drake to the team that doesn't have the Quid. And there's another one coming, so Ian probably not going to be happy about that.
All right, let's go.
Up to 369. Won't be able to find the kick. Ian didn't go for the E. He just pressed the ultimate and gets out. While Southwind now going to walk into the final chapter. He's probably just going to die, but goes golden until top Esports look for the engage. Explosive pass separates all of them. Puff now has to turn for the fight, but he dies before he can get XX. Southwind now jumped on as well. Top continue to dominate here with the prowling projectile. Southwind sees his end with the shock blast. For Yodang as well, underneath the turret. Top continue to engage, and XX just looks for the final measure.
Oh, he wants it. Doesn't have ultimate, though, so the range is not going to favor him. But top Esports, turning it on.
This is more their style.
That was beautiful to see. Just based off of how they played it off to start. Remember how it all started. They tried to find a kill on Ors, Loken, and Ben. But Ezreal and Yuumi, they find out how safe that lane truly is. Once you fail your initial dive, throw in the Yuumi ultimate.
Yeah.
Nail down. The ability to kite back in this duo lane makes it so frustrating to deal with. Perfect casket to be able to nail down Puff, and they thought the nightmare was over. Only problem is you have one person you have to worry about. They thought that Quinn, the bird lady, would be flying to the bottom side of the map and didn't expect that Jace the Debonair would be doing it himself.
Yeah. Almost takes down Yodang for good measure on the way out. 3 kills now for the Jace mid. Another serrated Dirk in the inventory. That's going to be a 2-item Jace. Quicker than 15 minutes at this rate.
Only right now he's the richest champion at this moment in time. 3 kills. The CS margin huge. He's the richest man on the map, lore-wise, makes sense as well. And with the greatest skin in the game. So,
yeah, as you said.
Right now, he's just winning.
And the Quinn, no successful roam so far. Ian tried to move to the top side, give Chalitza a bit of a break himself, but he was unable to. And Raz, what I'm noticing in this game 3, the difference from 1 and 2, there is no trade here from Vici Gaming. It's not Dragon for Rift Herald. This time, it's Dragon and Rift Herald, both for top Esports.
Because they're just being outmatched at this point in time. Remember the last game, a lot of that was just based off of TOP wanting to play the game slow.
Yeah.
And then top esports also just always matching Yodang. Yodang wanted to go for a bottom lane look or play or team fight around mid, or, you know, Ian just trying to say, I can take this 1v1. And then guess whose face he sees? It was XX. It's never a pleasant sight when he's just always there to stop you from getting in on the action. So this time around, there's a lot of aggressive early game points in this team.
Yeah.
They can start the fight, and a lot of the times, Knight has been in a dominating position. So Ian's the one worrying. He's right now picked up the lethality Quinn and is underneath his tower seemingly all game.
He's going to be even more worried because this gold is going to go straight to the mid lane and not even shared with XX in the end. Perfect. Give Knight his second item already and take away his mid lane turret so he can move faster.
How much gold? Let's end it. 237.
That was between 3 people.
Cash on top of cash right now.
Ripshaw's going to get a second charge as well. Are they just going to find a second turret? Well, not for the Glacial Prison for Glacial Prison. As Yodang jumps in, ambitious as always. 369 will get traded off, so not a bad trade to stop the push in the mid lane, but Southwind, oh boy, it just continues all over the map.
I mean, just to end and cap off that fight, Knight gets 300 gold off that kill. And that's in euros, too. That's when you know the value counts. So, like, he's making real fat stacks.
He really is. He's going to get this turret. Look, this is solo gold again. 350 plus Styles got 60.
You know he's checking the currency. He's making sure that it's not the pound, so he actually gets some real value off his
He's
dime.
trading up. You're right.
So he's like, perfect. I don't want that British cash. Give me something real.
It's not the only turret to go down. Bottom lane, tier 1. Another one goes. And top esports, 6,000 gold in the league. Puff. Get used to that because Knight still hasn't backed on his fat wad of cash.
Remember what I said last game, how top esports won their games last split. Just off of the Zoe option, Jace was another one, where they would just blow the game open and then nail it at like 25 minutes. And a lot of it was just what you saw. Just the poke on top of Puff. And yep. Got myself as a Dusk Blade, and then some. And then some.
Oh my
He looked at the clerk and just threw a fat stack of cash at his face. No respect.
Keep the change. Knight, part of that turret plating is all his. They maxed out the mid lane. The bottom lane got some as well. And Vici Gaming, look, to invade the blue buff at this point, it is needed. If they can get Knight, this is the big shutdown. And it looks like they can. Good news story here for Vici. This is their way back in the game. And if they can get XX, which seems a bit much, maybe they'll go even further.
Yeah, they knew that Ben was walking over here. Alone, I will say, though. So, looking good. Nice pick from Vici Gaming. They really needed something to get themselves back into the game. Now, Knight gets some, face-to-face action with the Clerk once he revives.
It's a much-needed TLC.
Yeah, can think through his actions. But this is just a really difficult spot, because from this point forward, top esports can put themselves back on side lane. You already see how much damage Loken and Ben have been putting through in the mid lane. No longer are worried about getting dived on side. There still hasn't even been a single turret taken by Vici Gaming. That's how little pressure they have this point on.
You got yourself a bottom lane that they've always been relying on, and they're not even in a good point. That makes it even more difficult.
I remember spring 2016. That was when I was coach at the time, working with Dignitas, and then even past that, like 2015, around there. Man, years passed pretty fast.
Yeah.
When I was in EU. Like, Quinn top lane was the go-to pick. You're seeing Quinn versus Malphite consistently, and the issue with Quinn was that she is great in the early game. Early laning phase is strong, not in this specific matchup versus Jace, but if she fell behind, she stays behind.
Yes.
That is still the reality. And so while she's got her Yomu's Ghostblade, congratulations, you're staring right at a champion that has 1.5 more lethality items than you do.
It's going to be 2 soon as well. Pop Blossom for Pop Blossom in the top lane. We're looking at a 2v1 where 369 has run out of mana. He's going to shackle back in, and Chalitza has to be careful how he plays. He gets the Tangled Barbs down. That's a disengagement. Meanwhile, top esports are just going for the inhibitor. Ian's like, I can't jump in. I don't do anything at this point, and that's pretty much right, because top are going to go again.
I mean, they tried their pick at the top side of the map, and guess what they're going to be losing? That's a pretty big value loss in the bot side.
And remember, Yodang is the tanky one. He took half his health from a shock blast just then from Knight. Teleport's going to come in from 369, who's revitalized and ready to go again.
I'm looking at Quinn right now, and she recognizes she cannot go in a flank position. She's trying, She's thinking about it. Sweat's just dropping down her face and realizes I cannot touch anybody on that team.
Meanwhile, Knight is just going face first. That's a true shot
Nice.
barrage. Just, yep, one way or another. An inhibitor's going to go down here. It doesn't matter. That was just more damage coming through. And Vici Gaming back away. Top Esports get the maximum, it seems. And now it's just knocking down dominoes for the team.
That is how confident they were. Sure, the inhibitor turret was down, but they had no minions in the mid lane. That was all the way up at the medium point of the map. The top lane minions so far up. They were all inning on the fact that saying, you know what, Vici Gaming cannot touch us. We will get the inhibitor bot side. There is so much safety there and poke there that they're going to be getting the damage off, and there's no way that Ian's going to be trying to find anything in the backside. No, you really cannot flank with the composition that they have.
He's just got to pick up CS and get to that 2
Can
item
he?
point as soon as
He looked at it.
And he left.
He looked at the minions and realized someone could be
He's
there.
just flying around trying to get as much experience as possible.
That's how bad it feels, you know? That's life as a Quinn when you're behind at this stage of the game.
This is why Quinn is not every day.
Or any day.
Or any day, for that matter, as well. You're exactly right, Raz. Final chapter on the Southwind. We've just seen another engagement mid lane. Ian finally into it. Give him a kill. He needs one so badly. XX sends him toward the Gragas, and now they have to disengage because somehow Vici Gaming got the better end of that trade.
Yeah, I mean, Vici were nailing members down. The only problem was that they weren't finishing anyone off.
Yeah.
So they had a great situation in fight with the lockdown that they were able to put down on Knight. And look at how much they threw at Loken. Loken received so much like skill shots, like the Sejuani ultimate. People were flying at his face and he was able to duck and dodge all of them. So great focus from Loken this game. If I'm trying to get anyone who, wins MVP at the end of this one, if TES ends up winning, of course it's going to be Knight. But I'm still kind of sad about that because Loken had been playing this one out so beautifully.
Yeah, he really has. We've seen some good Ezreal so far, and from both sides, really. For that turret going down, just as a side note for you, Top Esports still maintain that 6k gold advantage at the 20-minute mark. They're still able to push freely here, so although Vici Gaming got close to a couple of picks there, unable to defend this one, or maybe they are, but take a shock blast. Look at that. Disrupts everything.
Yeah.
And that.
Yeah. You're going all the way back.
That's Predator procced on Gragas as well. If anyone stays around, they are dead. So they don't. They play the smarter game here from Vici Gaming, just hoping for one of those picks as Top get another.
I love the fact that they recognized the wave wasn't good enough, and the next wave would be way too far off. Gives the Ian a lot of time to actually regroup, so they're just going to base off that one. They have so much space to work around with Baron, so good luck for Vici Gaming.
It's come to that time, and Top Esports are heading towards the top side of the map. Vici have set up some vision, so this is going to be crucial. Double, triple lenses on the side should be easy to clear. And finally, Ian gets a bit of CS. But is it too late? Well, if Baron goes down...
He's getting beat down by the super minions. The super minions are literally smacking him. This is when I want pro view for Puff to see how sad he is right now as he's going 1v3 against all the super minions.
Only person doing damage here. The Baron's going to be taken. Down it goes. Send in the cavalry. It's too late. Top might just even turn for the fight. Yo, Daggers, be careful.
You know, I'll tell you something that I get off on. And for me,
okay,
you're already starting off on a great point. So, I was watching Misfits versus Rogue. I guess we'll have to say
that one. Pause, because this is the pick.
Wow.
Vici again, find another one. It's XX who dies, and 4 members now have Baron buff.
But they have to rush back. Super minions are probably going to claim a life, a.k.a. a turret.
A turret for a pick at this point if you're Vici Gaming.
Rush and save it. Oh, no, not this member. Ian's going to get beat down,
At least he does a little bit of damage.
Help.
But he can't save it.
Somebody, I can't do this alone.
I think he might actually lose this while Top Esports just ignite on the other side of the rift.
All right. He's still sitting at that turret trying to shave off the minions.
And no one's helping him because they got to defend the inhibitor, which they can't do here. Vici have just left mid lane to its own.
All right, back to story time.
Yeah,
this is a debacle.
He got about 2 minutes,
I was watching, Wu-Light trying to farm while he was completely far behind. Not his fault, by the way, but him trying to farm when he's 20 minutes into the game. Here we go.
You don't have time for story. You're being caught out again. Final chapters there. Sorry, Raz. Loken who gets the kill. Puff gets poked on out. They might be able to find something, but 369 still has so much sustain. The Ignite won't tick him over. It won't even get close as Flash comes through from Puff. This could just be the coffin built up nicely for Vici Gaming.
I think at this point, comfortable enough for you to just wait and try and get a few more kills to pad your stats.
Or you can just fight again. Good pop blossom from Chalita, but it's way too late here. The Ezreal will start taking him down as they find a couple of trade-offs. The minions, however, from all 3 lanes, not gone down. And Vici Gaming, the curse continues in the LPL, Raz. Game 3 taken over by Top Esports.
You say curse. I say they just outright got outplayed. Literally the worst team on the day. Top Esports came out strong on Game 3. This was the typical night performance that you would expect, coming out and starting the spit strong.
So, curse or no curse, Top Esports, that was the style I came to expect in spring. What we made of them when they came into the LPL. Quick, fast games, full of control, and on the back of what was a big mid lane.
Yeah, it's never going to feel good, the fact that you're getting to put into 3-game situations, but you know what feels even worse, as you were mentioning?
What?
Shock Blast just raining on you.
That was horrible.
Knight came out and dominated this performance. His Jace was insane. Now, a lot of the times, remember, it's not just him in this game where Ben and Loken came out once again super strong. And probably, okay, even with all that said, first of all, get your hair done right.
Yep.
369.
That's all right. It's
worse than Gwog was.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
But if we're talking about someone who gets the second MVP, the co-MVP, I think it's XX.
Yeah.
Remember, a lot of our problems with XX stemmed solely in the playoffs. And it's sad timing, too, because the English audience only come in strong at playoff time when everyone around the world wants to see who's the next best international performer. And then XX, who had had such a strong performance throughout the split, came into the playoff time and really stank it up. So this was a great performance. What you forgetting, man? Where'd he go?
Someone's got a
What are
blue
you coming
screen.
back with? No, he was waiting. Okay, he's coming back with. Maybe he forgot the
Sorry,
mouse pad.
go on.
But my point was essentially that, you know, he comes back, he starts the split strong right where he left off in the last spring split, regular season. And they're on the right track. Even though it's up against Vici Gaming, they're a team that are ready to perform to be the top 2 team in the league.
And they continue to challenge on the side of Vici Gaming, I mean. Continue to challenge Top Esports and other teams that they run into.
Talking about Vici, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So
yes,
Vici
yes.
Gaming, it's sad, isn't it? It's never, like, it's great for them point-wise. If we're talking about points, if you're trying to vie for playoff spot or be as high as possible, then certainly having the points of being put in a Game 3 situation is always a benefit.
Of course.
Like, but
you need some wins.
they got to wrap it up.
Yeah.
You got to wrap up these
Yes.
series. They're the type of team at Christmas time. They always, like, have these nice boxes and presents, but they always forget the ribbon. They're like, it's Christmas time, and guess what? The kid's already opened the box because it was the easiest opening he's ever had.
He can't get it out.
No, it doesn't matter. What are you talking about? He sees the toy before it's Christmas time.
All right, yeah.
That's the point. What the hell are you talking about?
Talking about unwrapping the present. If you unwrap it with the ribbon over it, you can't get it out.
Stop it. You've ruined everything.
I'm sorry.
You've ruined it.
I'm so sorry.
But the problem is
please.
they need to be able to finish these series. Now, it's kind of, you know, it's not going to happen when you're obviously completely outclassed in this specific series. The opportunity when they went up against Suning, so that one's a lot sadder. They need to, and also the worst thing about all of this, while we're talking about point stipulations when we get on to like week 8, week 9, it feels bad. Like, it's one of those situations where, you know, team chemistry can really start to deteriorate. A lot of problems start to, you know, stem up, and a lot of these uneasy feelings start to appear when, you know, you're not getting slammed as a team. You're so close to being able to take these series away from the best teams in the leagues, and you're like, well, we're just not good enough, and whatever is happening, we're just always falling short from the finish line. So it's unfortunate for Vici Gaming, but TOP is coming in, and they're proving to the LPL, the world, that they're a team ready to perform. Especially
with that last game, all 3, but in the end, it was that Game 3 that made TOP look like the TOP from spring. However, that's that series done. We're going to have a short break when we return. We'll look at that MVP, then go into RNG and Rogue Warriors right after this.